Hi, and thanks so much for joining me. Today is day 24 of 365 days of art. Day 23, I was practicing the one-stroke leaves. One side I had a gloss gel on the bottom and the other side had a matte gel. Definitely a bigger fan of the matte gel, but for today, as you can see, I have taped up the Crackle, Stucco, and molding paste piece that I had prepped beforehand. I can't wait to dive in and start painting this. Little update on both of them. It is a very delicate medium. So I noticed on my 6 squares where I put the Crackle medium in various different ways, I have seen some of it chip off. So what that means is that I'd be very careful if you want to use the Crackle medium on a canvas because it's going to be very delicate. Not that you can't, but the more movement that canvas gets, the more that it's going to crack and maybe not in the way you want, and pieces could start actually falling off. So if you're going to use it, I would recommend doing it on either a wood board or even one of those canvas boards that are just nice and hard and stiff, and it's not going to move a whole lot, causing damage to your artwork that you really don't want. You want to get a certain look, but you want it to do what you want it to do, not just what Asian wear is going to do to your piece. So I have no real plans for this. I've just picked a couple of fun colors. Mostly I'm going to be playing around with how absorbent is it with the Crackle medium. I can't wait to see color fall into the cracks and exactly what the paint's going to do on top of the different mediums. Let's paint! I'm using Arteza acrylics, titanium white, Prussian blue, crimson red, and violet. Here's the brushes I have at hand. These are what I normally have at hand. A couple of flat brushes and round brushes, super cheap set from Michaels. I'm not going to use all of them in this painting today, but I just wanted you guys to see that those are my kind of main brushes. They're nothing fancy. I'm going in here and just trying to apply a wash to the whole thing, kind of block out where I think I want some of my color. And I'm filling in where that stucco was. I super did not care for it, honestly. Now that crackling in the sky, I absolutely love that. And I love the way that it absorbs the paint. The stucco kind of just absorbed all of the paint instantly and it left it really wet, whereas with the Crackle medium up top and this molding paste that I'm starting on at the bottom, it's a little bit absorbent, so if you have some water it's going to take that in. However, it mostly stays on the surface and it still dries rather quickly, so you can keep painting on it. That stucco, fair warning, it's about to become a little bit of a mud mixture. You can see for all the mediums, even though I'm using washes, which keeps it pretty light anyway, the way that all of these surfaces are absorbing my color lightens the color from what I'm originally putting on there. And I'm just gonna keep fighting with that middle. I think I always do this with things I don't like, just across the board. I just keep messing with it until I think I like it. It's because I'm so determined, you know? You never want to give up on something. You just want to find a way to make it work, which sometimes works out. And sometimes you just have to know when to walk away. See those really jagged brush strokes? I always do those when I start to get frustrated. And you can see up in the sky, I'm starting to fill some blue into those cracks. So because the Crackle medium is a very opaque matte substance, where the cracks were really big, I could actually still see the white from the Crackle medium. So you're gonna wanna make sure that you really paint that in and get deep down into those cracks. That's what's gonna make them pop. Even if you do a dark background like I did, all the darkness and the crackling is mostly coming from the paint. It's not that background coming through. You would have a bunch of white cracks if you just left it. I'm just trying to channel Bob Ross. with my palette knife. You can see me trying to come at it from different angles. I'm always trying to figure out with my palette knife, which angle do I need to get my desired results? And I feel like that's just applicable across life, right? When you're going for something, which angle do I need to get the desired result that I want from this? This is where you may be saying, Shanae, shouldn't you let that layer dry a little bit? I should. I'm not going to. But I definitely should. You can see that's why I'm getting some mixing. I'm just darkening up my mountains a little bit. I just keep trying to add different dimension with the layers. And it's getting a little muddy because I'm used to my acrylics drying a little more quickly than that. And I was just kind of in the moment and having fun and not used to that weird stucco medium. See, I kind of have some mountains, a little bit of a reflection going on, nothing really planned. I just kind of played with it until it was something. I would say overall, I just super love the sky in this piece. Huge fan of that Crackle medium. You can see that you need to go kind of thick to get some big cracks, but not too thick, even where you fan it out to the edges a little bit. You won't get a lot of cracking there necessarily, but it's a good transition. The mountains are alright, and I do still like that molding paste. This was just a very fun, I didn't have to follow anybody's instructions, just kind of a cool thing for me to keep playing, and I figured, hey, it's like banging your head against a brick wall, so you might as well bang it against a mountain. So that's what I put over the stucco. I thought it worked. All right, that was a lot of fun playing with the different mediums. I definitely love the Crackle medium. Lots of fun to be had there. Cannot wait to use it in some paintings. Molding paste, I still like it as I did before. It creates some really cool textures, which I love on the canvas. The stucco, I'm not sure. That's the biggest area I struggled with. I don't know if I struggled with it because it was in the center of my painting as kind of, the focal point, but I felt like I was mostly struggling with it as the medium. It just was extremely absorbent, but because it was so absorbent of that paint color, it made it dry a lot slower rather than the paint sitting on the surface where it dries very quickly. It kept getting down into and just rubbing my brushes up against the gritty sand. I didn't care for it. I don't like the way it feels. Personal preference. It is a very awesome medium. Let me know if you're playing with it and it does something cool that you like, or if there's something you've tried that I haven't tried yet that you really love to use in your art projects. Let's chat about it down in the comments. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.